The movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
Happy birthday!
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman, it's a fairy tale they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. Oh, when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the Snowman was alive as he
Welcome back here to the PM Show, weekend edition, Christmas edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. That's Ropbert Conrad with
Yes.
Jimmy Durante.
Yeah, Jimmy Durante. Well, we're covering all bases, I guess, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, Frosty the Snowman, what the heck?
Yeah. Now, there was something here. Oh, yeah, I know what it was. I'm going back and forth. Sometimes I go back a couple weeks in these emails
Yes.
and then the current one,
Then you
so I
jump
get
forward.
a balance. Yeah, and so if you don't hear your email when
Go
you
to the archives.
expect it, or go to the archives, but it'll come. Now, I had the pleasure to meet you on a Delta flight from Atlanta to Tampa. We were both in first class. Hello.
Hello.
That was many years ago. You got that right. Anyway, thank you. And you're a filmmaker, and it's Lindale. Hey, so the Tampa thing is Larry Minetti's father was developing a housing area, a big development outside of downtown Tampa.
Right.
And I was asked to go and speak to potential buyers on a Sunday, and they built a little stage, and the show was in the height of its popularity, and I would do a Q&A. And I did it for Larry as a favor, because he's certainly done many for me. And the night before, I was supposed to appear for his dad. We wanted to go out to this very popular club.
Right.
So we pull up in the limo, right, which is that's a naughty. And we hop out of the limo, and I am with a beautiful woman from another city close to Tampa. And we get out, and we're starting to go in, and there's a line. But we had called for reservation, but there's a line, and we had called for reservation. We're going in, and the guy says, "Hey, what are they letting you fags in first for?" And Larry goes, "Huh? What?" I said, "Larry, he's not talking to you. He doesn't know you. He's talking to me. So don't worry about it. I can handle it. Just let's get in there." And he said, "What's the matter? Can't you hear either, you faggot?" So then I said to Larry before we got back in the limousine, "See if he's alive." Because he caught a short right hand and bounced off the car and hit his head in the cement. I said, "See if he's alive." And Larry said, "He's alive." I said, "Well, I guess we're not going to see this group." Then the police, as they always do, God bless the police, contacted Mr. Minetti, saying when he appears, after he appears, we're going to have to bring him in and see that his bail's set, and we won't handcuff him in front of anybody. And so I said that was very, very polite of everybody. Went up, did the show for Mr. Minetti, got off, went back into the dressing room, said, "Larry, you are Ropbert Conrad." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "You are Ropbert Conrad." I took off my little uniform, my little hat, my little, and Larry is, we're about the same size, and there was a plane right in that by the property where they fly in and fly out the executives. So I walked out when I had a golf cap on and I was carrying a golfing bag, and nobody paid
Any attention to you at all?
No, I heard in the background, "Oh, it's him, it's him!" And then, just as I was getting on the airplane, that's not him. And we took off. And Mr. Minetti was kind enough to, when we went to trial, he was kind enough to show up in my behalf. And that's the Tampa story,
Wow.
So when you were going to Tampa, for what reason? I went to Tampa for another reason. And hey, so what was it that, so I want to say hello to Marie, because, and she says, that's another thing about the Facebook. It's hard for me to do that. So what I suggest we do is we do it this way, because I can't answer all of them personally, or I would have no life. But anyway, I just, Maisie, I just wanted to let you know, and thank you for seeing Jingle All the Way. That's a great story. You know who got me that role?
Who got you that role?
Our former nanny.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who won the Academy Award.
Who won the Academy Award.
Yeah, because they wanted someone to intimidate, what's his name?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, yes, our governor. And they chose me. I don't know why.
You could be an intimidator.
And I did intimidate him, because when I came up to the car for the first scene that we did together, and I said, would you step out of the vehicle, please? And he went, I said, what? I mean, he talked with that Australian accent. I said, what? And they said, cut, let's take two. He couldn't remember his line. So the second time I went up, same thing. I said, haven't you ever worked with a big star before? Relax, kid. And he finally got it right in the third take. And for those of you that don't know, he is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. He's a nice guy. As far as being governor, I don't know about that. I'm not in politics right now. I ran for one thing and lost.
You came very close to
I know,
winning.
close doesn't
Screen
count,
Actors
only
Guild.
in horseshoes.
Yeah, that's true.
And
But
I
you
thank
came very close.
I thank all of those of you that didn't vote for me, because that would have been a hell of a job.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't be
that
doing
I
this
didn't
show.
need. No,
You
we
did
wouldn't
not.
be.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd be dead.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 120,000.